Peace is never a distant destination at the end of a long road. Sometimes it is simply a quiet pause amid the tumultuous waves of life. Just like the sturdy limestone cave dwelling, standing resolute amidst the snowstorm of the majestic Caucasus Highlands, each of our souls holds a deeply quiet corner where past pain, worry, and hurt can never reach. In the seasonal transition of one's heart, letting go is not a loss or a surrender, but a courageous choice to welcome warmth, healing, and true freedom. When you are ready to close the doors of the past, a warm, gentle, and loving haven is patiently waiting for you just inside. If these soothing melodies and healing stories bring peace to your soul, please support our channel by clicking the subscribe button and tapping the notification bell icon so you never miss a night of restful sleep. Your shares, likes, and warm comments are our greatest motivation to keep creating even more wonderful relaxation spaces for you every day. Thank you for being here, journeying with us, and spreading this peaceful energy to the community. Now, gently set aside all the worries, burdens, and pressures of the long day behind you. You have fulfilled all your responsibilities wonderfully today. Right now, this time belongs entirely to you. A completely safe, private space, holding the gentlest comfort. Find yourself a very comfortable position on your familiar bed. Whether you choose to lie on your back or on your side, ensure that your spine is completely relaxed, with your head and neck resting gently on a soft pillow. Let your arms rest naturally alongside your body, or place them gently on your stomach. Softly close your eyes. Allow your eyes to rest after hours of tiring work. Behind your gently closed eyelids lies a vast, tranquil, and cool expanse. Begin to bring your attention to your natural breath. There is no need to try to change or control your breathing. Simply observe and feel it. Take a deep, slow breath in through your nose. Feel the cool, pure stream of air slowly entering your nostrils, filling your lungs, and gently expanding your abdomen. And then slowly breathe out very gently through your mouth, releasing all the tension, anxiety, and accumulated fatigue with the exhaled air. Take another deep breath in. Feel a fresh, warm wave of energy spreading to every single cell in your body. And exhale softly. Let your whole body sink deeper and deeper into the soft mattress. Each breath out carries away a little heaviness, dissolving into the air. Now, bring your awareness to the top of your head. Feel a warm wave of relaxation beginning to spread from the crown of your head, flowing softly down across your forehead. Let every line on your forehead smooth out completely. That warm wave continues down your eyebrows, the area around your eyes, and across both cheeks. Relax all the muscles in your face. Relax your mouth, your lips, and your jaw. Let your tongue rest naturally. Your entire face now becomes soft, serene, and deeply peaceful. Continue directing the wave of relaxation down into your neck and shoulders. This is where tension often accumulates after a long day. Feel the soft warmth soaking into every muscle fiber in your neck, soothing away all stiffness and fatigue. The wave of peace flows down into your shoulders. Allow your shoulders to drop naturally. Feel the heaviness melting away, like a small drift of snow melting softly under warm sunlight. Relax both arms, moving through your elbows, forearms, wrists, and all the way to your fingertips. Your fingers are completely relaxed, soft, and free of any tension. Now, bring your attention to your chest. Feel the gentle rise and fall of your chest with every breath. Inhale, expanding your chest to welcome peace. Exhale, letting your chest fall, carrying away lingering worries. The relaxation drifts down into your abdomen, soothing every organ. Your stomach is soft, rising and falling rhythmically like gentle waves lapping upon a quiet shore. Feel the relaxation extending along your entire spine, from the base of your neck down to the very bottom of your back. All your back muscles are resting, completely unclenched upon the mattress. Continue to guide this warm wave down into your hips, thighs, knees, and calves. Feel your legs becoming heavy, a profoundly pleasant heaviness. Relax your ankles, your feet, and each of your toes, from the top of your head down to the tips of your toes. You are filled with a sense of complete ease, safety, and comfort. You are in a space of absolute stillness. There is nothing you need to do, nowhere you need to go, no thoughts you need to chase. There is only you, the rhythm of your breath, and the enveloping warmth surrounding your entire body. Continue to maintain this steady, slow, and soothing breath. Each inhale brings serenity. Each exhale sinks you deeper into complete rest. Let your mind unwind completely, ready to step into a warm and magical sanctuary just ahead. Now, let your mind slowly drift away from reality, immersing itself in a deeply peaceful, still, and dreamlike realm. Imagine yourself present in a distant, majestic land that holds a deep, protective embrace, the legendary Caucasus Highlands. Here, the ancient village of Ushguli nestles, against enduring limestone mountain slopes, amidst the vast, silent expanse of earth and sky. Outside the window, the winter night has long descended, blanketing the slopes in a smooth layer of pure white snow. The first snowflakes of the season flutter softly down, dancing gently in the air before landing quietly upon the cold ground. The distant whisper of the Buran snowstorm rumbles softly across the steep, sheer cliffs of the deep valley. Yet that sound brings no fear. Instead, it serves as a soft background melody of nature, enhancing the absolute stillness, warmth, and security within the small home. You are standing inside a unique half-dugout room, carved deep into the heart of the limestone mountainside. The room is cozy, overflowing with deep tranquility. The floor is smoothed evenly with fine clay and sand, impeccably clean and polished with a light coat of ash, free from a single speck of dust. The sturdy earthen walls, meticulously crafted from natural clay and rough stone blocks, stand resolute like a miniature fortress, protecting the absolute peace of those within. At the center of the room, a hearth built of clay bricks and stone glows with a warm red ember. The crackling sound of burning dry firewood radiates a comfortable, soothing heat, completely banishing the biting cold from the high mountains outside. The soft, golden firelight dances gently upon the stone walls, casting tranquil, enchanting shadows. Upon the hearth, a small metal kettle simmers peacefully, its water bubbling softly and continuously. The thin wisps of steam carry the faint scent of wild mountain herbal tea, herbs gathered from green summer pastures, blended with the rich, sweet golden drops of wild forest honey. This warm aroma fills the room, breathing into every lungful of air, bringing an indescribably pleasant and comforting sensation. A few steps from the fireplace rests a thick felt mattress, softly lined with layers of dry grass that smell faintly of the summer fields. Above it lies a soft, warm fleece blanket of gentle off-white wool. Returning to the warmth within this sanctuary, Amina lies relaxed upon the felt mattress. Her face is gentle and serene, under the flickering pink glow of the fire. Beside her, her youngest child, little Anzor, about 6 years old, is drifting in a deep, peaceful slumber. The child's small chest rises and falls rhythmically with warm, steady breaths. His innocent face free of any worry. Her eldest child, 12-year-old Miriam, moves softly and quietly, gently adding a piece of dry wood to the fire. The flames flicker softly, releasing another wave of gentle warmth. Miriam sits beside her mother, her eyes gazing up at the solid limestone walls, eyes shining with trust, pride, and infinite peace. Gazing at her 2 children sleeping safely in the sturdy stone room, Amina's heart fills with profound gratitude, no matter how fiercely the snowstorms howl outside, or how bitter the Buran cold may be. Inside this hearth, the fire remains red. The warmth stays whole, and love envelopes every single corner. This place is entirely isolated from conflict, strife, and malice. It is a completely steadfast refuge that Amina built with her own hands. All storms stop at the threshold. There remains only steady breathing, the warmth of the hearth, the sweet scent of herbal tea, and a deep, all-encompassing love. Within this tranquil haven, your mind feels steeped in the aroma of mountain herbs, cradled by the soft golden light. You begin to feel protected, completely safe, serene, and ready to listen to a story of courage, letting go, and the miraculous rebirth of a mother in the high Caucasus Mountains. Outside the warm limestone cave window, in the majestic Caucasus Highlands, the season's first snowflakes fall softly, swirling in the wind as it whistles past the steep slopes of the Ushguli Valley. Nightfall covers the white mountain ridges. The distant growl of the Baran snowstorm only accentuates the quiet serenity inside the small dwelling. In this warm space, old memories slowly return to Amina's mind, gentle as a thin mist floating across green valleys in midsummer. It was a late autumn afternoon 3 years ago, when cold winds from Mount Elbrus began to bite with bitter chill. Their old shelter at the foot of the mountain had never offered her a sense of peace. Amina's husband, a man consumed by endless drinking with his sworn brothers, squandering their belongings and neglecting his family, had grown accustomed to harsh words and emotional and physical abuse whenever he returned home steeped in alcohol. That night, watching her 2 young children huddling in the corner out of fear at their father's rage, Amina knew she could no longer hesitate. That old house had never been a true home. It offered only shouting, threats, and a constant shadow of fear, weighing down every breath of her innocent children. She looked at young Miriam's small hands, trying to shield her trembling little brother Anzor, and in that moment, an unyielding fire ignited within the mother's heart. The brave spirit and pride of her Svan blood awoke within her veins. The Caucasus Mountains do not raise those who bow to fate. The next morning, while the dawn mist still lingered over the windy plateau, taking advantage of her husband's heavy sleep after a night of drinking, Amina decided to leave. She chose not to leave in the brutal depths of winter to protect her children's safety, but selected the transition of seasons when the last rays of sunlight still lingered on the limestone walls. Setting out at that moment required careful thought and extraordinary courage, for she knew the boundary between life and death on the harsh plateau was razor thin. Amina packed a few essential items, wore her heavy woolen cloak, and led her 2 children, 6 sheep, and 3 healthy goats. She turned her steps toward the upper reaches of the icy stream, flowing through narrow valleys, a treacherous terrain, yet one holding pure, untouched life. Every step away from the old home was a step closer to freedom, despite the immense hardships ahead. The 2 children, though young, seemed to understand their mother's quiet resolve. They walked silently without complaint, their innocent eyes filled with absolute trust in her strength. On the first day, finding a natural stone recess along the mountainside, their very first task was to set up a small canvas tent at the cave entrance for temporary shelter. Amina quickly gathered dry firewood scattered along the hillside, filling the cave recess and lighting a large fire. The intense heat and bright flames not only drove out dampness and forced lurking insects and snakes from the crevices, but also softened the deep clay inside the cave, making it easy to excavate. The fire blazing within the stone heart marked the birth of a new life, dispelling the darkness of the past. With a small pickaxe and calloused hands, Amina persistently carved into the solid limestone. Day after day, earth and rock were cleared away, and crevices were sealed. She mixed water with clay and livestock manure to create a natural mortar, sturdily walling up the front with rough stones, sealing every crack while leaving a small window, and a chimney made of baked clay bricks reaching out past the cliff. The floor was smoothed with fine sandy clay and swept with clean ash until not a speck of dust remained. Her hands bled, her fingernails chipped against the hard stone, yet she felt no pain. For every stone laid was a brick building safety for her children. In just a few weeks, a perfect half-dug-out home took shape. The flat roof was cleverly camouflaged, with dry grass and earth blending seamlessly into the mountain slope. It kept the dwelling remarkably cool during hot summers and preserved absolute warmth when winter blizzards arrived. Right beside it, she dug a smaller cave, enclosed with heavy canvas and lined with warm, dry grass for her sheep and goats to shelter during freezing nights. That half-dug-out home was not merely a shelter from wind and rain. It was the embodiment of sweat, tears, and Amina's boundless love for her children. Those first months on the desolate limestone slopes were not always painted in peaceful hues. Deep in Amina's memory were autumn nights before winter had fully set in, when the cutting cold tested the lone woman's resolve to its absolute limits. The nature of the Caucasus was grand, yet unforgiving to any weakness. Those were days when every drop of water came at the cost of sweat and tears. To secure a jar of clear water for cooking and living, Amina had to lead her 2 children down a steep, slippery path to an icy stream far below. On the precipitous incline, her feet wrapped in thick cloth bled from the cold. With one hand, she guided 3-year-old Anzor, who sobbed as he slipped, while her other arm carried the heavy earthenware jug. There were times she lost her footing, spilling water over her clothes, seeing her children shivering in the frost. Amina could only swallow her tears, telling herself she must stand firm before the mountain winds. Later, she dug a small drainage channel, directing water closer to her cave, collecting it in large vats so they no longer had to journey far. That small channel brought not only sweet water to their doorstep, but stood as proof of the Swan woman's ingenuity and extraordinary resilience. Hardships compounded when the weather turned severe. In those early days, before enough dry wood could be stored, an early blizzard swept down from Mount Elbrus, burying pathways and soaking the branches around the cave. Nights came when winds battered the stone walls, plunging the room into pitch darkness, so cold that breath turned to frost. The hearth went out because the damp wood refused to catch flame. In that vast darkness, little Anzor developed a high fever, his body burning hot, his faint cries lost in the howling wind outside. 12-year-old Miriam held her brother tightly, shivering under a thin blanket. Watching her children suffer without medicine or fire, Amina felt her chest tighten in anguish. She used her own body to wrap around both children, sharing her meager warmth through her woolen cloak, praying through the long night for dawn to break. Amidst the biting cold and darkness, a mother's love was the sole flame keeping life alive. In those darkest, most exhausting moments, the fierce vitality of the Caucasus woman burned brighter than ever. The following day, despite a body aching from hunger and sleeplessness, Amina courageously searched beneath thick snow for dry roots to rekindle the fire that saved her home. She patiently fanned every glowing ember, shielding it from gusts until flames rose again. Her tears of helplessness were answered by enduring perseverance. From the ashes of fear and adversity, a solid, sweet home filled with laughter truly came to fruition. Time passed, and 3 years slipped by. Lying on the warm mattress inside the stone cave that was now a solid refuge, Amina smiled as she looked back on the journey. The initial small flock of sheep and goats had multiplied into a fine herd, grazing on lush green mountain grass every spring. The ringing bells around the sheep's necks created a serene harmony across the landscape. During valley market days, Amina brought wool, fresh milk, and rich salted cheese to trade for flour, sugar, and essential tools. Hearty corn porridge and slow-cooked mutton, stewed with garlic and wild dried herbs, bubbled on the stove every evening, nourishing 2 healthy, bright children whose lives were filled with laughter. Miriam had grown into a gentle young maiden, adept at weaving, crafting leather belts, and tending the young lambs. Her skilled hands wove warm woolen blankets, her eyes glowing with love and respect for her mother. Little Anzor was healthy and plump, his bright eyes looking out at the world with complete trust. He ran across the hillsides, his clear laughter echoing through the valley. They no longer had to hear harsh shouts or live under the shadow of violence and insecurity. Here, no matter how cold the winter grew or how briefly snow buried the paths, the fire within the stone cave never died. It was kept alive by resilience, courage, and a mother's longing for freedom. Outside, the snowstorm still howled, but within the small stone room, absolute peace prevailed. The steady breathing of her children, combined with the soft simmering of herbal tea by the hearth, carried Amina deep into a sweet, restful sleep, a sleep of complete, self-determined happiness. Whoever you are, wherever you were born, whatever your culture, language, social standing, or education may be, the core of your being deserves to live in respect and love. Never let blind ties, outdated prejudices, or the shadows of abuse trap your life in fear and tears. Have the strength to let go of what is broken. Take your precious little ones by the hand and step out into the light. That journey away will surely have rough days, freezing blizzard nights, and silent tears shed in loneliness and want. But believe that deep beyond those days of bravely lighting your own warm fire, the sweetness of freedom, peace of mind, and complete happiness will always be patiently waiting for you on the other side of the hill. As the story of Amina closes in fulfillment, the space around you now seems to sink into a deeply peaceful and profound silence. The boundary between the majestic, snow-covered Caucasus nature outside and your current room slowly blurs, gently melting into one another with exquisite softness and grace. Feel the soft warmth from the stone hearth in the Ushguli cave spreading out, warming every corner of your own private space. The dancing flames, casting their gentle golden light, are no longer far away on a freezing plateau. They are right here beside you, wrapping your entire body in a safe, soft, and deeply comforting cocoon. All lingering thoughts, noisy busyness, or the smallest wounds of the long day are gradually dissolving into nothingness. Like the season's first snowflakes falling softly against the limestone wall, touching the warm earth and quietly melting into clear, pure drops of water. There is no longer any weight trilling your shoulders. All worries have been completely laid down, returning to you a pristine, calm, and truly free soul. Listen a little closer. The distant growl of the Buran snowstorm outside has quieted into a gentle, steady hum. It feels like a soft lullaby from Mother Earth, cradling the peaceful sleep of Amina and her children, and tenderly cradling your own sleep as well. The crackle of dry wood on the glowing hearth, the faint simmering of herbal tea, all blend into a soft, healing harmony, echoing gently through the quiet room. The subtle scent of dried grass blended with mountain herbal tea and sweet honey lingers softly around you. Take a soft breath in. Feel pure clarity fill your chest. Breathe out very slowly, releasing complete tranquility into the entire room. In this peaceful, intertwining space, you feel absolute safety, just like the solid half-dugout dwelling standing proudly against the Caucasus storms. Your soul holds an unyielding strength, an untouched fortress of peace. The trials or storms outside will eventually pass, giving way to gentle, warm sunlight. The image of the stone cave room begins to fade softly. The warm pink glow sways gently. The steady, rhythmic breathing of little Anzor, the serene face of young Miriam, and the peaceful smile of Amina melt into a cool, vast expanse. Every image, sound, and feeling blends into one soft, peaceful, and gentle. Your awareness now feels weightless, like a thin mist drifting across a green summer valley. You no longer need to think, remember, or worry about anything at all. Let your mind float completely, drifting peacefully through the quiet space, welcoming the sweetest comfort of the soft, cool night. Now, your entire body has sunk into a state of complete ease, serenity, and absolute peace. Every sound, every light, every faint strand of thought is now slowly receding, fading away, dissolving into the quiet void. There remains only your steady, gentle, soothing breath in the middle of the quiet, cool night. Allow yourself to drift completely. There is no resistance, no concern left. There are no burdens, responsibilities, or worries to carry upon your shoulders. You are entirely enfolded in absolute safety, like the sturdy stone haven, nestling peacefully in the Ushkuli Valley. Softly close your eyes deeply. Relax your forehead completely. Relax your eyebrows. Relax your eyelids. Relax your lips and all the muscles across your face. Every inhale brings you pristine stillness. Every exhale now carries you deeper, deeper still into the realm of sweet, gentle dreams. Feel the floating, weightless ease of your mind, like pure white clouds hovering and slowly drifting past the high, calm, and quiet peak of Mount Elbrus. Release everything completely. Relax your whole body from the top of your head down through your shoulders, your arms, your chest, into your hips, thighs, and all the way to your toes. Let the soft mattress fully support your body. Let the cool air embrace and soothe you. Night has grown very deep now, bringing miraculous healing to restore fresh energy to your soul after long days of effort. Sleep well. Sleep a deep, whole, warm, and peaceful sleep. In this deep sleep, past wounds will be completely healed. Fatigue will vanish like morning mist, and the warm fire of freedom and inner peace will steadfastly warm your spirit. Sink deeply into sleep. Drift softly. Sink deeper, deeper still. Relax completely. And when the warm light of a new day awakens, when you rise with a healthy body, renewed energy, and a light, peaceful mind, remember to take a moment to return and engage with our video and channel. Your genuine presence, warm shared thoughts, likes, subscriptions, or comments left the next morning are truly precious gifts to us. They not only help spread this deep message of courage, healing, release, and love to many souls in need of comfort, but also serve as a great inspiration for us to continue creating even more peaceful sanctuaries for you every night. For now, set everything aside and continue to sink deeply into a complete, restful sleep of your own. Wishing you a deeply restful sleep and the sweetest, happiest dreams. Good night. Sleep so very well.